The way I view it is when I achieve Paralympic gold, I will have completed Para Taekwondo, so I'll be happy.
So it would be almost like completed it, mate.
Yeah, completed it, mate.
Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this, Amy. First of all, I want to speak to you about where your Taekwondo career started and what made you choose the sport of Taekwondo.
Many years ago, it was in '97 is when I started. My parents just thought it'd be a really good idea for me to get into martial arts. They just thought it'd be a really good life skill, get me off the streets, not messing about, keep me out of trouble. So I went along to my first Taekwondo class and then fell in love with it from there.
What was it like for you at that particular time? Were there ever any segregations or anything when you were a kid?
No, not at all. I was in a mainstream club for over, 22 years. So for me, I was only used to fighting able-bodied athletes, so I was treated exactly the same. I think I was about 9 or 10. I don't know if I've still got it at home, but I did like a little scrapbook. I remember writing it, I'm going to be going to Korea, I'm going to be Olympic champion, and I wrote all these goals. And I think, everything that I've wrote down, luckily I've had the opportunity to do it, even though I've gone to a Paralympic Games, not an Olympics. So for me, I always knew I'd have like major involvement in the sport. I just don't think I knew 100% in what capacity, whether it be being an athlete or being a coach.
At that particular time, was it realistic to actually think that that was actually going to be a career path that you went on? Because you're talking, it's what, about 15, 20 years ago now?
Yeah, for me, I got invited to my first ever Paralympic competition in 2009. And I thought, I've never seen anybody with the same impairment as myself. I need to go to this competition. And then because it was successful and there was more competitions, I thought this is like an amazing avenue for me to go down. And I just knew it'd go into the Paralympic Games. Like, I just kept driving because at that time I was a self-funded athlete, and I just believed it would go in the Paralympic Games, and then luckily it did. And as they say, the rest is history.
You think to yourself, you have made massive strides in giving people hope as well at the same time. Other people can see you doing this and they can do it as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, like, when I've spoke to other parents, if they've got children who've got like the same impairment as myself, like, they don't even realise this is an opportunity. So for me to be able to showcase my sport and be like an advocate for disability, I think it's amazing that I'm helping like the next generation and supporting parents as well.
Right, we've spoken about you kind of being a pioneer of the sport, and I want to kind of speak a little bit more about that, because it's very often said that you are one of the leading lights, or the leading light for the Paralympic movement in Taekwondo in Great Britain. Does that give you a bit of goosebumps? Does it affect you in any way, that pride of being somebody who has led the way?
I think I just feel happy, really. I think I'm happy with my decision of like committing to the programme and just, committing to what I believe in, which is including everyone in sport. So I'm just really proud that I am considered a pioneer for the sport.
You are a natural talent. That natural talent has to have rewards at the end of it. You have to show that you can go to tournaments and win. You went in 2014 and you won the World Championship. What did that feel like to you to go and win your first World Championship in 2014?
I don't know, I think I was quite chilled. Sometimes I'm just like, that's good. And then, so I don't think I was that excited for that one, to be honest. I think I was happy, obviously, but for me, like, I'm not a massive person for celebrating big successes anyway.
And then you go on to 2017.
Yeah.
And you retain the title.
Yeah.
You're on this roll now of winning World Championship after World Championship. Does it just become, if you like, standard that happens, that, oh yeah, I've won another one, and it's kind of, give us a little bit of idea as to what 2017 meant to you?
I think 2017 was the most important one, really. It's probably the most special one, really, I think, because it was a home games, and we fought at the Copper Box in London, had some of the athletes in GB supporting me because I wasn't on the team at the time. I was still like self-funded athlete. To becoming world champion there, I knew it was massive because UK sport basically said this girl is a medal prospect for Tokyo, so we need to invest funding into a world-class programme. So having that world-class programme didn't only support me, it's created opportunities for other athletes to be full-time on the team. So I think, yeah, that's probably the most special one for me, because it's that legacy of actually having a world-class para programme.
Moving forwards, the aim is Tokyo.
Yeah.
And obviously it didn't go the way you wanted it to, but the way I look at champions is champions, when they don't win, have a way of dealing with it. How did you deal with that particular disappointment? Because for a lot of people, getting a medal at the Paralympics is such an achievement. You didn't see it that way.
No, not at all. I think the position I went into Tokyo, I was ranked #1 in the world, I was world champion. I'd won the test event, I got gold in the test event the year before. So, yeah, I was on fire. And mentally on the day, I was probably the worst I've ever been. And obviously that resulted in a really poor performance, me underperforming and getting a bronze medal. So, yeah, it was very hard. I had 4 weeks off training after that. Those 4 weeks I didn't manage well at all. But then my next goal was I had a World Championships in December, so then my focus went into training for that.
So you get the bronze medal at Tokyo, and then you've got to rebuild yourself after that disappointment. You go and win the World Championship in 2023 for the third time.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though you've come full circle now and you're able to look to the future with greater positivity, knowing that you can still do it, if that makes any sense?
Yeah, totally. I think, physically, I'm good at Taekwondo, I can kick well, I know the game well. It's just, mentally, as long as I'm okay, I've got a better chance of success. So I think, last year was such a successful year for me, and getting to the final and then becoming world champion again, it's this is where I should be, this is what I've worked hard for. And I think the fact that I've won it 10 years apart just shows how consistent and how well I've done with Taekwondo. So I'm happy.
And then we look forward now. We look forward to the next Paralympics. It's come around really quickly in a 3-year cycle.
So quick, unbelievably quick.
And so we look forward to that now. And I'm assuming that you want to right the wrongs of Tokyo. You want to keep that form that you developed last year into this particular Paralympics.
Yeah, definitely. It's I know what mistakes I made last time. So it's just I want to put on my best performance that I can. If I can recreate what I did last year, even better, I think I've got every chance of achieving what I want to achieve on the day.
What's the overriding ambition for you going into this particular Paralympics?
The way I view it is, when I achieve Paralympic gold, I will have completed Para Taekwondo, so I'll be happy.
So it would be almost like completed it, mate.
Yeah, completed it, mate.